The need for a Demon King no longer constrains us. You may acknowledge me if you desire. It will make no difference. Nothing sets me apart from a normal demon. There's nothing noble in my power, nor is my blood of greater significance. Whatever glistens in me can likely glisten in you. Is that so? Let's test that. Did you really believe that using the world as your shield is going to stop me? Since killing you would also end the world, I made the choice to leave you a little peace. I could not have pulled this off 2,000 years ago, but reincarnating into a peaceful era has taught me a little something about restraint.
Knowing that, are you ready to wager your magical power?
That's all you want? Wouldn't you rather I wager my life?
This is not a cheap gamble, but if that's what you believe, I'm afraid you've already fallen under my spell.
Interesting. I'll unravel it completely. I wouldn't go further if I were you. Please forgive me. I didn't intend to laugh quite that loud. If you value your safety, you should watch what you say from now on. Even changing the stars is within the scope of my power. Did you think simply doubling your magical power would be enough to match my abilities? Wrong. For starters, ancient magic is for the weak. It is primarily focused on efficiency since its limits are very quickly reached. Even for its most advanced spell, Gene Noaf's. That is the real reason why this formula was abandoned. This abysmal bottom you speak of is nothing but a shallow stream. One I surpassed 2,000 years ago.
You've been reduced to a common demon.
That's big talk for a fake. Try as hard as you want. You can never take away that which makes me who I am. The true Demon King will return. Until then, wallow in your dreams of glory all you want. While I empathize with where you're coming from, I simply cannot comply. You can't contain the violence I'm capable of.
It's futile. I'm afraid you're just wasting your...
Let's go.
Because if you don't, there'll be some ugly consequences.
What would they be?
Anos!
I see. Limb from limb, was it?
No, please! You're not seriously gonna tear us apart, are you?
No need to despair. You won't be torn limb from limb. I was thinking much smaller pieces. Not that saving you will bring about any real good. But if I don't at least save you in this ephemeral dream, it would be a lie. Had it been this boy's hand that murdered your son, revenge would be justified. But Igareth never brought any harm upon our brethren, let alone death. Has the Demon King Anos granted you permission to execute the innocent? If your hatred for Azeshion leads you to put an innocent child to death, then you ought to know. It would make you no different from the humans you despise so much. Go on killing, and you'll only perpetuate the cycle of violence. Your hatred will be passed down to your children, then your grandchildren, until all Dilhade burns to a crisp. I should take care to minimize contradiction. A message from the Demon King of Tyranny. Let us be reunited. A wonderful world awaits, 2,000 years from now. Under normal conditions, at the very moment I try to draw it, the Order of Time would activate, and Revlon would end. But the story changes of Venetsnor has already shown up in this past. If I can take up Venetsnor in my hands, then I can change that. Do you see it, Misha? All these people, I couldn't protect them. They were drawn to my vision of a peaceful world, and fought for me until death took them. The loyalty they showed me was rewarded with an early grave. And so I had to become stronger in order to live up to their hopes. But no amount of power would be enough to claw back the lives of those I'd lost. I've brought you all good news. We finally have peace. You should be proud. Victory is ours at last. I would have liked to gaze upon that tranquil town with you all from here. In the past 2,000 years, you journeyed through hell. At that time, I may very well have granted you a merciful death, just as you requested. In this era, however, I have a father. I know he loves me with all his heart, and that fact will never change no matter what happens. Knowing that, I take that love as the most important thing. No matter how much he suffered, I would want him to live. So live, Shen. Do not make me rob Misa of her father. What a terrible narrative you've written, Nosgalia.
I will take everything.
You've forgotten your place. If you wish to speak to me, get on your knees. Geo Graves. Igunayas.
When you're up against Venetsnor, even the wall that divides the world is nothing more than a sheet of paper.
Your strength and mine are worlds apart. Did you think a sword could change that?
The bottom of your abyss is nowhere in my sight!
You answered your own question. You're nothing more than rumors and tradition. You're nothing but a fake. Avo still heavy up. 2,000 years ago, we demons battled the humans and the spirits. It was a war that dragged on, but today at last, it comes to an end. Their desires were the same as ours. They wanted peace. The need for blades of hatred has expired. This hand will hold only that of my companion. I shall issue a new decree. All those who call Dilhade home are henceforth equals. If you are ever beset by a tragedy you cannot overcome, then make your way to me. I will grant your wish. Firstly, this country will not tolerate hardship. Secondly, this country will not stand for malice. And third, this country will not abide tragedy. Should anything threaten these rules, the Demon King of Tyranny will risk his life to fight it and destroy it.